Psycho Confinement. Robyn McConnell as Carl.
Day 1. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. It kept going. The machine wouldn't ponder that time existed without it, like it had to symbolize our fourth dimension. It was a simple house, simple enough to paint a coat over the vacant purpose in the world. Walking up the road, Carl scanned for work to occupy him with. Clear as the Wild West, he thought. Onto his porch and through the house, a voice called to him from the attic, and it was a task. Running up the stairs, he stared at the ceiling door until he grasped the string in his palm and gently pulled down to unveil a smothering room. Please don't break. Why would you anyway? He pointlessly imagined, sticking his skull in the black weather. The darkness had him guessing. What's up there? Resuming his adventure, a ring pulled his focus from the curious third floor. Running back down, he picked up the phone resting on the kitchen counter. Hey, Phillip, how are you? Asking from observing the contact.
Pretty good. Finland's amazing. The only problem I have is trying to make sure I fit in.
Carl chuckled, following Phillip. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. What are you calling for?
Just thought I'd check up on you. How's the house?
Functioning as planned. Listen, Phillip, I want you to stop calling and enjoy yourself. I'd feel bad taking time away from your vacation.
Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be a hassle for you to check up on me. You barely get to do this. Come on, just please, stop calling.
Oh, okay. I will.
Thanks. I'm going to be taking a look in your attic, by the way. I've been hearing some strange noises up there.
Well, don't mess anything up.
You know me. I won't. I gotta go, okay?
Okay. Bye.
See ya. Carl hung the device up, getting the urge to urinate. Figuring out which restroom to occupy, he tossed his phone by a toaster and headed on over to turn the doorknob, passing the dining room. Entering, the space appeared tiny, always thinking to him, another time grabber to waste my hard-earned minutes. He approached the commode to hurry his experience, desiring to return to his respected role in society. Wrapping up, he held the knob and turned. Nothing. Pulling harder, still nothing. Jerking it and... What the hell? Carl began his frustration, fiddling the shiny object until resulting to a conclusion that he wanted to rip apart. I don't have time for this. I gotta fix the attic. Boiling up, he shook the knob until punching the door. Mother... Soothing his temper, he gradually sat down. He stared at the door as if he was scowling at the beast. The white paint danced in his eyes, rubbing it in his explosive face. Charging at it, the door wrestled him back until Carl began kicking it. Break, goddammit! You always do, and now you don't? I don't have time for this! No matter how much he pressured the entryway, it mocked his idea of freedom. He went on until, inevitably, accepting his stalling of time. Calm down, Carl. Just take a breather. He rested on the toilet and began messing with the toilet paper provided. He rubbed his pockets to realize his phone was on the other side. Come on! Yelling out, he continued to mess with the door. Day 2. Bright as ever, the sun burned the roof of the house, having a bird fly away. The abode was the way Carl left it, spending the night in the lavatory. Peacefully positioned on the commode, the crust of his eyelashes fell in what were migrating eyes, shooting Carl up from his slumber. Reviewing information he already instilled, he forced himself to embody strength, hoping his stay would only amount to a sojourn. Standing over the faucet, he twisted the left knob, having water pour into his dry hands, gathering H2O up in the cup of his palms. He splashed whatever remained onto his debilitated expression, reviving his mood. Soon, though, it demolished in a heartbeat, still working the door. Growing tired from the task, he sat there, humming whatever he could to keep himself occupied. Because, honey, this love was dug deep in the center of my heart. Carl sung in his head. You know it's true. Silent as a mouse, he stared at the mirror, seeing his reflection. I can't believe I'm actually stuck in a bathroom. Resuming his boredom, the look replaced his serene view with the anxious hellhole that he was. Turning away, his idle mind sabotaged what was breathing smoothly. His heart began to race, and thoughts of fear and dread froze his heart, with the fire stabbing his stomach. Getting the compulsion, he slammed the toilet seat up, letting the burning sensation rush through the rope of his throat, and out came his neurotic tendencies, all mushed together in repugnance. The brain to his head hallucinated noises beyond his reach, and acting like a dog raced and banged on the door, squawking for help. Help! I'm stuck! Anybody there? I'm in here!
Help, please!
With one digested and ready to burst,
Help!
the attic could even hear the shrill of a man desperate for aid, but alas, he continued to suffer. With his balled-up fist, he hit the door several times, crying in the agony of his conflict.
Somebody, please help me. I can't stay in here any longer. Let me out!
Again in the mirror, fear controlled his breathing, as if it was regurgitating a repulsive feedback, and another burst shot from Carl's emotions. With a cracking voice and tears rolling down his red cheeks, the drops collapsed, splashing on the ground, which seemed like a speck to him. I'm just a speck. Nothing matters. What if I die here? Well, seems possible. Soon, more fireworks unrolled, and somewhat Carl still tried to remain optimistic by enlisting what should be a first world problem to him. He wanted to let this measure as a ridiculous scenario and have him laugh inside. Oh, am I hungry? Though he sugarcoated the phrase, inside he knew the ramifications and likely reality. Days passed and the man grew weary. He wasn't the one to stock up on the healthiest food, and barely ate a bite of anything before arriving to Philip's gig. But he tried to stick it out. Water was his only source of anything edible and constantly drank from the fountain, like a puppy learning how to use its tongue. He also had a tool to release his feces in, which, thank God for his sanity. Day 5. Growling and depraved, Carl observed his surroundings to find a bar of soap lying on the counter. Visioning a vanilla bar, the man knew of its real contents, but went for the opportunity in seconds. Gripping the counter, he doused the bubbly substance and stuck it in his mouth, scraping whatever onto his teeth and down into his stomach. Over the course of time, as it elapsed, life appeared grungier and dilapidated. Using the bathroom became a hazard in Carl's mind, and it only grew worse. Day 8. Sitting on the commode for the 100th time, Carl finished and an exhausted man stood up and was fixing his head over the sink. While pressing down on the toilet lever, clink. Confused and dazed, Carl kept on, and eventually the handle came off. Bacteria, bacteria, bacteria! His head kept on and on. God frigging damn it! He took a plunge container and began smashing the poor toilet apart. Next up, he smashed the door repeatedly until he hit his own head bouncing off it. Dropping the container, he stumbled to the wall and eventually to his knees, collapsing. Day 9. What is that smell? He immediately rose on top of his gut, hands struggling to lift 135 pounds he endured. Falling on his elbows, he struggled to voice his frustration. God, please help me. Wobbling to his feet, he managed to soar in the air 6 feet high, but instantly tumbled over onto the counter. Shaky, his fingers reached to turn the left nozzle, and no water surged out. He questioned the reason behind such an effect and tried to figure out the cause. That idiot! He didn't pay his water bill. Soon he added up what was keeping the toilet from flushing, and began to stare at the demolished piece of junk. No more faucet water? The drops orchestrated a sound, conducting a repetitive annoyance, motioning his eyes over, the last few driblets indicating an echo, which symbolized the end of sanity. Snapping, step by step, he raged his anger towards the inanimate objects in the room. First, he focused on the picture in front of him. Who needs a stupid picture anyway? Sliding the frame down, he slammed it on the floor in a packed space near the commode. Next, he lifted the trash can and threw it against the door. The situation eventually toned down, leaving Carl at a blank state of thought. He tried to systematically manage his breathing, but the hunger in his belly caught on fire, and the misery had him aching. Day 10. Silence. That's all he could withstand and tolerate, until the days became blurrier. His suffering was not only mental and emotional, but also now physical. Speaking only to himself, he rustled up a conversation. Thank you. Oh, no, really. I shouldn't have done that. I'm really sorry. At least you're there for me. It's just, everything's been so hard, and all I just want to get out. I understand. No, I know I need to get better. You just gotta understand the pressure, you know? His mind was an operating roller coaster, badly damaged at this point. Yeah, I know you're the only one to keep me sane, because I know if I go against you, you could kill me. You can make me go insane. Just the mere thought of you controlling my mind scares me. But yet you've done it my whole life. I'm trying to break away. I really am. But if I do, I'll die. The cracking in his voice broke and whistled like an injured clarinet. Well, that's why people do stuff to occupy themselves, so they don't have to think of stuff like this. His breathing rose again, mixed with his anxiety. When they're alone with only their thoughts, when they're alone with just themselves are really us, and they can hurt you. People say you are your subconscious. You can't hide and you can't trick your subconscious because that's you. We try to run from it, but we can't hide from it. Carl's monologue began to give him goosebumps, as his lack of quality socializing caped over his neurotic and nauseous reactions. I'm scared, Carl. I mean, you're the only one who can help me. I mean, you're my worst enemy too, but sometimes foes have to come together. I don't want to be in this hellhole for the rest of my life. Carl cried out. Please, just reach out. Carl, just reach out to me, please. You're the only one who really knows me. Please. He continued to struggle. Please. The last one appeared only as a sign of suffering, nothing else. A road in the dawn stretched throughout the land as 2 feet wandered in search of comfort. The figure is revealed to be Carl, who desires company. He finds 2 individuals, chatting up a storm that is blocking his entryway into the conversation. Once he opens his mouth towards them, beat, 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 beat. The sound of his heart races while he gasps for air. What's wrong, Carl? One of them asked. Nothing but a frightened, anxious chest communicated to the 2 people, which killed Carl. My anxiety is here. Struggling to mouth the statement, the 2 fellows left him stranded on the road all alone. No, don't leave me here. Carl's raspy voice was all he could rely on, but that did no good either. Please help me. I don't know why I'm shaking. I feel as if I'm stuck in a box, and I need help to get out. The anxiety is killing me. It's the poison in here. I can't open it. Somebody needs to help, but no one understands or cares enough to. He thought. I don't want to die alone. Tears rolled down his cheeks, because there lay no one he could hold on to, trust, or even love. With his heart racing, his eyes opened in reality, where he feared the worst. Alone. Day 11. The sun covered itself with the clouds, acting as a blanket for the yellow hot head. The picture lay on the counter, taunting the distraught man. Staring back at it, Carl's head spiraled in loops, unable to resolve anything. Just hang it up, Carl. Seriously. If it's just bothering you, just hang it up. Okay? No, I can't hang it up. If I do, I'll give in to pressure. They'll win. The point is to try and stay calm. Don't worry about anything. But that's bothering me so much. No, there's no point in doing that. But I have to hang it up. It's bothering me. No, don't. You want to be nervous and reckless your whole life? No, it's not being nervous and reckless. It's something normal. People want things neat. It's not crazy. I'm not crazy. He emphasized the final sentence. Stop doing this to me. I don't want to worry. Stop it. Rushing over, he bent over screaming at the glass. Stop! Stop! He raised the picture and put it up against the wall, smacking the hell out of it. You better work for me next time. Work! The frame skidded down the wall. You were made to mess up. No one likes you. You're stupid at life. You're stupid at everything. That's how you got yourself trapped in here. My God. He covered his elbow, spewing, my God. Setting down the rectangular object, he freaked in the mirror, seeing his new visage. What is the point of my life? Will I truly ever be happy? Is this all in my head and not real? Why am I letting myself suffer? He sobbed in the depths of his arms. Having enough, he wanted to vent out at something or someone. He built up his rage. Stupid, stupid, stupid! He yanked and pulled on anything he could set his vision on, and jumped everywhere, banging the walls, the door, and the counter. Slamming himself on the door, he wailed, "Please, I need something to do. I need someone to talk to. God damn it. My mind is killing me. I need happiness. I need people. I need purpose." Falling right beside the frame, he skidded. "I need to exist." His behind crashed on the door, tossing the art away from his side. Carl hollered, "Get away from me!" All he did was sit there, running through his now toxic brain. Oh, what is my purpose? What is the point of life? Carl asked himself once again. What is the point of life? I don't care if it's games, TV, talking, music, movies, or whatever. I don't want to worry anymore. I just want to live my life with no questions asked, not thinking every day. But I can't. My mind won't let me. Why won't it realize that I'm afraid? Why can't I be a kid again with no cares in the world? I just want my mum and dad to tell me what to do. I don't want to lose myself to this, but no matter how hard I try, I'm always like this. Why fight? Why can't we all just accept each other and let people live freely? Why can't I just be an average Joe? Everyone is in the majority because of belief or fear. I'm sick of believing in stuff alone. I'm sick of not being happy. I want to change, but you won't let me. I want to show people who I am and not shake it acting like someone else. I don't want to obsess over the mistakes and little things anymore. I can't control it. Even though it's me, I'm scared. I hate it. I hate fearing. What is my life for anyway? What if all this is fake? We can lose it easily. Why couldn't I be born any dumber? I probably wouldn't have to deal with thinking of this. I guess my biggest fear is being left alone. Not being able to express myself, not being helpful or having a purpose, not having anyone around me. What if I die right now, not being able to accomplish my goals? What's up there? What is happening? How did we get here? I mean, what's going on? I can't take this anymore. I just can't. He began to dig in his head with his nails. Get out of my head. Acting as a maniac on drugs, he thirsted for insanity. Commanding his reflection, Stop it. He fell back on the door, laughing like the Joker, and continued to scrap and squirm in his inferno. All while looking back in the mirror, he yelled, You think you can outsmart me, huh? You think you can outsmart me? No, I know your tricks. Growling the last part, I know you. He suddenly began twitching and grasping his neck. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm thirsty. Oh, my God, I'm thirsty. Searching for a source, he witnessed the battered-up toilet, and ignoring the excrements lying in the dirty water, he devoured his mouth into the liquid. Regaining air, drips poured from his mouth. Getting up, he punched the mirror, attempting to hurt him, and cut his left knuckle on the broken glass. Ah! Oh! Jesus, son of a... The hand was ready for a gore-fest display. Opening the seat, Carl took a plunger and beat the icky goo senseless. He kneeled down, still in his shock, and at a fast pace, slammed the back of his neck on the bottom of the cabinet, causing him to lose his breath. Feeling his skin in the back, it revealed his fingers were of a bloody mess. It won't stop oozing. I can't breathe. Wobbling, he stumbled towards the door, falling with his back turned to it and leaving a wide line of vital fluid on the floor, scarring the inanimate object. There he died. all cooped up in his worst nightmare. Tick